Well, President Joe Biden and his administration proposing the strictest ever emission standards as part of a push to car makers and consumers alike into transitioning to electric vehicles, all in the name of climate change. New tailpipe emission limits would require 67% of new vehicles sold in the U.S. to be electric by the year 2032. But electric cars, they're expensive, aren't they? You can take a look at your screen. The average price of an electric car, about $65,000. You can compare that. That is more than 2.5 times that of a gas-powered vehicle, not to mention what I grew up on, used cars, which you find for under 10 grand. We welcome in Iowa Senator Joni Ernst. Senator, thank you so much for coming on. Your thoughts on that as we look at the numbers here. Do people want to be pushed into electric vehicles? They account for just a little more than 7% of U.S. vehicle sales right now, just in the first quarter of this year, according to auto industry experts. Many say it takes too long to charge. It's too expensive. Is this realistic, Senator? Your thoughts on it?
Of course, this is not realistic, Sean. We in Iowa have very few charging stations. This would require a massive overhaul of our nation's electrical grid. We are not ready to embark on a journey where every family has an electric vehicle in their garage. So this is a big point of contention that we have with the Biden administration. They have these very lofty, ambitious green goals, but they are not pragmatic about the approach. And so we see this not only with civilian vehicles, but we've seen it now within the administration as they are pushing our military to adopt an all non-tactical vehicle fleet that is electric by the year 2030. This also is not achievable and would cost tens of billions of dollars for our taxpayers.
I'm limited with time with you, so I wanted to kind of get to something that's been in the headline, which is the debt ceiling in Congress negotiating that. This bill passed by McCarthy within the House heading to the Senate, but negotiations are set up now for President Biden and also House Speaker McCarthy. I know that you're the ranking member on the Small Business Committee, so I'm sure that some of this maybe sits well with you or not well with you. But how do you see this playing out? Because some of McCarthy's proposals are, in fact, talking about green policies to take that out of President Biden's plan. He doesn't seem open to that. Are you on board with McCarthy's budget proposal? Are you on board with them negotiating? Do you see a negotiation happening?
Absolutely. And I do think that Speaker McCarthy has most certainly set us in the right direction. Most Americans, even a majority of Democrats, also say that the United States needs to cut back on its federal spending. So we need to tie that to the debt ceiling, and that's what Kevin McCarthy has done. So Senate Republicans are linked in arms in backing up Speaker McCarthy. We know that this is a starting point for negotiations, and we hope that President Biden will come to the table and actually negotiate. This is the president that said he would bring people together, and yet for over 2 months refused to sit down and have a conversation with Speaker McCarthy. So I think we've got a little bit of negotiating to go yet, but I will just say that Senate Republicans are firmly behind Speaker McCarthy and our efforts to get the American fiscal house in order.
Do you think it has any shot, this budget proposal, within the Senate to pass?
Well, no. Of course, our Senate Democrats are not on board with Speaker McCarthy. I can tell you Senate Republicans are. So there is some negotiation that needs to happen, but it needs to be done between the president and Speaker McCarthy. I do know that Leader McConnell has been invited to sit down at the White House with Joe Biden and the other leaders, Chuck Schumer, Kevin McCarthy, and Hakeem Jeffries. I hope that they can all come to a consensus that we do need to raise the debt ceiling, but with concessions that we need to control our federal spending. We can't keep throwing trillions on the backs of our hardworking American taxpayers.
That is the U.S. Senator from Iowa, Joni Ernst, joining us live. Senator, good to see you. Thank you so much for taking the time today. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Coming